What's the difference between intuition and psychic abilities? So I've noticed that these terms can often be used interchangeably. People might say that they're intuitive, um, but they have psychic abilities, and the other way around. People might say that they're psychic, but they have intuitive abilities. So I wanted to explore the difference, and there is actually quite a lot of differences, but they're also quite similar. So this is one of those universal paradoxes. But what I want to do is start with intuition because intuition is what most of us will be familiar with. It's that inner voice, it's that gut feeling that we all have, that we've all used at some stage or another, or felt its influence in our decisions. And it's a natural ability that everybody has. And if you think you don't have it, it's just that maybe it's a little bit more in the background. For some people, it's more in the forefront. And generally, as a rule of thumb, the more you use it and the more you tune into your intuition, the stronger it is. So it's like your inner navigation system and it can guide you through your life decisions. But if you don't notice it very strongly, that's okay. You can begin to develop it. So, if you're not too sure what it feels like or what intuition is, it's that feeling you get when maybe something doesn't feel right and you don't really know why, but you just know that something's not for you. Or it could be when you're drawn to a particular choice inexplicably, but you just know that that decision's the right decision. Or it could be when somebody is about to ring you and your intuition tells you that there's somebody calling and you pick up on that. So it's about tapping into your subconscious mind. And it's like a radar or an internal radar picking up on subtle cues and information that your conscious mind might miss. So you might meet somebody and instantly feel a strong connection to them, or on the other side, you might feel a sense of caution and you don't really know why that is, but you just feel that, and that's your intuition at work. So the other side is psychic abilities, and your psychic abilities go a little bit beyond intuition. So it involves tuning into energy and information that aren't necessarily available through the five senses. So psychic abilities allow us to access information from the past or the present or the future, and often through heightened senses like clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairaudience, which is clear hearing, clairsentience, which is clear feeling, or claircognizance, which is clear knowing. If you haven't heard of these before, I go into them in a lot more detail in another video. I'll leave a link at the end. You can check that out if you want to learn more about those. But in order to distinguish whether it's your intuition or it's your psychic abilities, think of intuition more as an everyday skill that's an internal, subconscious thing that's going on where you're using your senses and your subconscious. The psychic abilities are more specialized, you could say, and usually develop through practice. Although some people, we're all born with them, but they become dormant. But some people, they don't become dormant. So think of intuition as the foundation, and then the psychic abilities as the building blocks or the advanced techniques that are built on top of it. So, for example, if you have a gut feeling about a person or a situation, as I said, that's your intuition. But if you're then able to receive detailed information about somebody, about maybe their past or their future, then that's a psychic ability. So intuition might tell you not to trust someone, but the psychic ability might tell you why you shouldn't trust them. So it delves a little bit deeper into it. And of course, we only use these abilities when we have permission. We don't go around meeting people or strangers on the street and using these. It's always with that person's permission. So a few other key differences that I want to look at is that intuition is very subtle and it's often very quick. It'll be like a little glimpse you'll get into, oh, I shouldn't trust that person. And then your conscious mind might say, oh, but I've no reason not to trust them, so I'm going to trust them. And we often override our intuition with our conscious mind. So it's that instant feeling or thought that pops into your mind. And as I said, sometimes we dismiss it. But when you get to notice that that's your intuition, you can start paying more attention. And it's, as I said, something that can be very subtle, like thinking of somebody just before they ring you. Whereas psychic abilities, on the other hand, can involve a more vivid experience like visions or voices or strong physical sensations. So another difference is that intuition is based on mainly your life experience and subconscious knowledge. It's personal, it's internal, and psychic ability can tend to tap into other sources of seemingly external energy. So, information beyond your own experience. It's like accessing a universal library of knowledge. So, developing your intuition, it's a great first step if you're interested in developing psychic abilities. So you can start off with developing your intuition, and then you can pay more attention to those gut feelings, those inner thoughts, or those nudges. And then after that, you can begin to build on that. So you can start out with meditation, with journaling, with mindfulness practices. They can all help you tune into your intuition more deeply. And of course, there is more to it than that, but they're all great starting points. And if you want to develop your psychic abilities, then it takes more dedicated practice. It can include exercises like reading energy fields or developing your psychic vision, which we talked about earlier, clairvoyance. It's could be connecting with your spirit guides. It's about expanding your awareness beyond the physical realm. So it's important to remember that everyone experiences this differently. So your experience with intuition or your psychic abilities might be different to somebody else. It could be unique to you in the way you experience it. So some people might have strong intuitive flashes, others might have more subtle experiences. Again, the key is to trust yourself and what you experience. So overall, intuition is your inner guide, helping you to navigate daily life, while psychic abilities allow you to tap into deeper, more universal knowledge. Both are valuable tools that you can use to enhance your life in various ways. And it's really something that I found to be so beneficial in my life. So I hope you found this really enlightening. And if you'd like to start developing your psychic abilities, I have a free psychic activation meditation. I'll leave a link to it in the show notes below. And if you have had any experiences that you'd like to share or any questions, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.